Hello and welcome to my channel, EnergySeedYoga. I'm Amy. Today I have yoga for runners. If you follow me on social media or know me in person, you know that I started running about a year ago, or picked up running again. I ran when I was a kid, but that was long ago. And yoga and running pair so well together. Yoga really helps to lengthen or stretch out those muscles that get all tight when you run. So this class will be great to stretch out the lower body. You will need 2 blocks and a strap for this class. If you don't have blocks or a strap, you can use anything in your home that is equivalent to that. Water bottles for blocks, a long scarf, or athletic socks also work. But to begin class, we are going to begin sitting on our knees. If that's not comfortable for you, you can take a block and go ahead and just set it in between your butt and your heels or your calves, depending on your anatomy. So try and find a comfortable position. Let's just take a moment here to settle in. Check in with our breath. The hands can rest gently on our legs. Just take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Let the belly fill with air, and then you can open the mouth and let it go. So try that again at your own pace, thinking on the exhale of just releasing, relaxing, letting the day go. Relax the jaw. Relax the belly. And flutter the eyes open if they were closed. If you were sitting on the block, let's go ahead and move that off to the side. And we're going to start off with a little ankle and toe squat mobility. So sinking our hips back down onto our heels. So we're coming into this seated kneeling position. We're going to take our hands back behind us. It doesn't matter which direction your fingers are pointing, whatever feels best for you. So this might feel pretty intense in your knees and your ankles. And if that does, you stay right here working into both of those areas. This is a very small movement. On the inhale, you're going to lift your knees up. Okay, so it's just a small movement. You may only come up 1 or 2 millimeters. You might come up 1 foot. You should feel the stretch along the tops of your shins or your ankles. And let's just breathe into this. Shouldn't be painful, just slight discomfort. Just giving our joints a little bit of love here. On the exhale, let the knees slowly float to the floor as you lean forward. Taking the hands to the mat in front of the knees. Lifting the booty up, let's curl all 10 toes under. If you had weird toes, I have a weird pinky one. I have to physically use my hands to pull it out. So once you get all of them out, you can stay here with the hands planted. This stretches the bottoms of our feet, our fascia. It's a pretty intense pose, so stay here if you need to. If you are okay with this, though, listen to your body. Walk the hands onto the knees or the thighs as you start to come to a more upright position. The more upright you are, the more weight is going to be placed onto the bottoms of your feet. So let's just take a moment here to find what works best for you. This is great for people that had plantar fasciitis. I know that because I suffered from that a while back, and I was here for a very long time. So give yourself a little grace. And then wherever you're at, plant those hands, uncurl the toes, and let's just pat the tops of the feet out. Woo! That should feel pretty good. And let's take a few rounds of cat-cow. So let's get ourselves lined up. Knees are underneath the hips. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Fingertips are spread wide. I personally like to have my toes curled under in these kneeling positions. 1 for balance and 2 to stretch the bottoms of my feet. So you decide what you need for your body today. And then with your inhale and exhale, let's find cat-cow. Inhaling, dropping the belly, pressing the heart forward, looking forward. Exhaling, drawing the navel up towards the back of the spine, dropping the chin to the chest. Inhale, find your version of cow. And exhale, find your version of cat. Last round. Finding that neutral tabletop. You can uncurl the toes if you had them curled under, maybe pat them out. Let's go ahead and extend the right foot out to the right side. Toes are either going to point directly to the top of your mat or at a 45-degree angle. Don't let the knee knock out. There's a little micro bend in there. And then let's walk the hands forward, one paw print. On the exhale, we're going to send our booty back towards our heel. You should feel a stretch on that inner thigh. Maybe the forehead comes to the mat, maybe it doesn't. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, take it back. And again, inhale up. Exhale back. Good. Inhale, coming up to that, quarter tabletop shape. Pull that right knee under the right hip, and let's take that on the left side. Left foot comes out. You decide if the toes go straight forward or at a 45-degree angle. The hands are slightly in front of the shoulders. On the exhale, slowly send the hips back towards the feet. Maybe the forehead comes to the mat, maybe not. Inhale, come up. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, back. Good. When we come up, slowly bring that left knee under the left hip. Maybe you walk your hands in a little bit closer, just finding a nice, sturdy foundation. We're going to take our first down dog of the day. So let's curl those toes under. With your next breath, send your booty up towards the sky, deep bend in those knees. Then maybe exhale. Think about pressing your hands into the mat as you shift your booty back and slowly straighten your legs about 2 centimeters. So I still want you to have really bent knees here. Your gaze is looking through your legs at the back wall or the back of your mat. Just feel really powerful here for a moment, and then we're going to take our dog for a walk. One more round of breath, strong breath. Knees are bent. Good. Slowly start to bend deeply into one knee and then the other, taking our dog for a walk. If you want to shake your hips when you bend your knee, let your hips move. This pose is all about what feels good in your body. Even play with your foot stance here. I often tell you guys, try bringing your big toes together and just see how that feels in your legs. Take the feet really wide, maybe even take them off the yoga mat. See how that feels. There's no right or wrong to this today, really ever. Good breathing here. Find a little moment of stillness. I know our wrists are getting tired. Bend the knees, look forward, and then just walk your feet towards your hands. Your knees can be really bent, taking 1 step or maybe 20. When you get to your hands with your feet, stay in this nice forward fold with really bent knees. If you have your blocks at the top of your mat, you can even move them closer to your feet. Let the chin drop towards the chest, taking the crown of the head towards the floor. Doesn't mean it touches, it just goes in that direction. So your hamstrings might be really tight. Bend those knees. Let's not pull any hamstrings. Good. Breathing here. Now let's heel toe the feet apart about 6 inches. So they're about hip width distance. Good. And let's roll all the way up to mountain pose. So the shoulders roll back, the chin is parallel to the earth, the palms are facing the front of your mat, fingers are pointed down, your feet feel strong. So we're going to take a couple dynamic moves here. We're going to move from this mountain pose into chair pose. So let's take our hands to our heart center. Let's look down at our knees and our feet real quick, and let's just make sure our knees are over our toes. Let's stick our booties back as we lean forward, press our chest into our hands, and then exhale, bend into the knees, drop the booty down as if you're going to take a seat in a chair behind you. So breathing here, just look down, make sure the knees are in line with the feet. So you just don't want them falling in or out. Good. Breathe here. Looking forward. The spine is long. Inhale, come up, mountain pose. That's great. Hands come back to heart center. Exhale, chair pose. Take a seat. Use your breath. Maybe you're pressing all your weight into your heels. Maybe you can start to feel your arches rise. On the inhale, come up, mountain pose. Oh, and then exhale. Hands come back to heart center. And exhale. Take a seat. You know what to do. On your next exhale, forward fold. So keep that hinge in the hips and just lean forward, letting the hands drop to the floor or your blocks. Slowly walk the feet back to the end of your mat for plank. We're going to hold this plank. If you'd like to take forearm plank, you have the option of taking it to your forearms. Think of strong mind, strong body. It's okay if you're getting a little bit shaky. Good. Exhale, slowly lower all the way to the belly. I need to move back. All right, we're on our bellies here. We're going to do low cobra 3 times. So let's set ourselves up for a really good cobra. Go ahead and roll the shoulders back so you can lift your heart up just a little bit. When you breathe in, then press your heart forward. So think about lengthening your spine on that next breath. The feet can go as wide as the yoga mat if that's comfortable for you. And then let's think about the entire lower body just being glued to the mat and everything's strong. So flex all your runner muscles down there, your leg muscles. Keeping the shoulders rolled back. Inhale, lift up the heart. Once you've lifted up, hover the hands off of the earth. We're doing low cobra here. The booty and the back are strong. On the exhale, hands come down, forehead comes down. We're going to take 2 more of those. Lower body is strong. Mind is strong. Breath is strong. Inhale, come up. Hover those hands. Lower body's glued to the earth. Exhale, hands come down. Forehead comes down. Last one. You know what to do. Everything's in 3s today. Engage lower body. You're strong. Inhale, allow your breath to lift you up. Let the hands hover. You've got this. Exhale, plant the hands, plant the forehead. Inhale, come up. Slide the forearms and the elbows forward. Forearms are on the mat, palms are pressing down. Sphinx pose, but just for a moment. Go ahead and lean all your weight into your left forearm. Bend into your right knee and then reach back with your right hand, grabbing that foot. If your foot and hand do not make it, this is where you'll grab your strap and just grab it around the top of your foot and then slowly pull your heel towards your booty. Press your heart forward. So what we're looking here is to stretch that front side of our leg, our quads. Good. On your exhale, release your hand or your strap. Come back to your Sphinx pose with your strap. If you're using it, take it to the other side. So let's put all our weight into our right forearm. We can lean onto the right side as we bend into the left knee. Left hand reaches back, grabbing the top of the foot or your strap. Start to look forward, pulling your heel toward your butt cheek, looking for that stretch along that front left quad. Exhale, release. Hands come down, set the strap off to the side. And let's go ahead and plant the hands underneath the shoulders. Rise up into your tabletop shape. If it feels good, take a few rounds of cat-cow. Fingertips are spreading wide. Curl those toes under. Find downward facing dog. So let's pedal into those knees, walking our dog. So from here, we're going to take our right foot up and lift it up to whatever level is comfortable for you. On the exhale, draw that right knee in towards the chest and plant the foot between the hands. If it does not make it there, just grab your ankle and move your foot in between your hands. Slowly drop the back knee, and we're going to grab our blocks. So everyone's got their blocks here. I've got my back toes curled under. Your choice if you want them under or not. On the inhale, let's lift our heart up. Lift our arms up with the blocks. Just notice what happens with your balance. On your next inhale, we're going to straighten the back leg, rising all the way up, straightening the front leg. Step the back foot forward about 1 foot. So now your stance is pretty narrow. If you feel wobbly, take the feet and widen them out. Just widen your stance. On the exhale, hinge at the waist and lean forward. A little micro bend in that front knee. This is a hamstring stretch. So you're going to start to feel that in your right, maybe even your left hamstring here. As soon as you feel that stretch, you can drop the hands and the blocks. Keeping yourself lifted and active, pressing down into both feet. From here, you can move those blocks off to the front, and we're going to open up into a warrior two. So cartwheel the hands open. Your back foot may need to heel toe to the back of your mat, bending into that front knee to what's comfortable for you, extending the arms to the back and the front of your mat. Breathing here. Maybe even take the right hand and press on the inside of the inner thigh. See if you can feel that stretch. Good. On the inhale, straighten the front leg. Both toes turn slightly in. We're coming into a wide leg forward fold. Let's take the hands to the waist. Soft bend in the knees. And exhale, forward fold. So we're going to do this on both sides. So take your time in this fold. Still micro bend in those knees. Hands come to the waist. On the inhale, come all the way back up. And then exhale into your warrior two. Bending into the front knee. Arms extend to the front and the back of the mat. Back leg is strong. Good. Big exhale. Cartwheel the hands down to the mat, framing the foot. Step back into your plank pose. Just holding our plank here, nice and strong. Let's take that little flow on the other side. Find downward facing dog on your exhale. This time we're going to lift our left foot up to whatever level is comfortable for you. Inhale, exhale, draw the knee into the chest and plant that foot between the hands or grab your ankle and move that foot up there. Good. Slowly drop the back knees. Grab those blocks. Inhale, the torso comes up. The chest lifts up. The arms lift up with the blocks. Nice and strong here. Find your balance. Find your drishti, something that you can focus on that's not moving. Good. Feeling strong and balanced, because on our next inhale, we're going to straighten the back leg, lifting all the way up, straightening the front leg. Hopping the back foot forward about 1 foot, so you have a nice short stance here. If you feel wobbly, heel toe the back and front foot out to the side so you widen your stance. Micro bend in that front knee. Hips are pointed towards the front of your mat. Hinge forward, reaching the blocks towards the top of the mat. As soon as you start to feel that hamstring talk to you, let the hands drop to the floor, keeping a nice long back. So no matter where you are, this side or the other side, it's not a better or worse side. We just acknowledge that we're whole no matter what. To slowly move those blocks to the front of your mat, we're going to open into our warrior two. So cartwheel the hands open, shimmy the back foot to the back of the mat, fix your pants, fix your hair, extend the fingertips long, bending into that front knee. The back foot is either at a 45-degree angle or parallel to the back of your mat. Good. If you want to take your front hand on the inside of that front thigh and move it out just to feel that stretch on the inner thigh, give it a little try. Good. Inhale, coming up, straightening the front leg. Toes turn in. Hands come to the waist. This is our second wide leg forward fold. Exhale. Hinge at the waist, soft bend in the knees. Slowly hinging and then letting the hands drop. Crown of the head is looking towards the floor. Your gaze is looking back behind you. Maybe you try something different here. Maybe you take your peace fingers and grab your big toes and use your elbows and your arm strength to help pull you down. Maybe you've got your hands just placed right underneath your face. Good. Wherever you're at, on your next breath, hands come to your waist. Inhale, come all the way up, and exhale into your warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down to frame the foot. We're going to step back into a plank. Holding our plank once again. We're doing everything in threes today, if you couldn't tell. On the exhale, slowly lower all the way to the belly. So coming down to the belly, we're going to take our hands back behind us and interlace the fingers for a bind, or you're going to take your strap and use the strap as a bind. Zip up the legs, roll the shoulders back. On your inhale, we're going to lift the chest and the legs together for locust, bound locust pose. On the inhale, let's do it. Inhale, come up. Your booty is strong. Your hands are reaching toward your feet. Your gaze is looking forward. Breathe here. You've got this. On the exhale, release. Favored ear to the earth. Set your strap off to the side. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. All right, from here, we're just going to flip over onto our backs. Make sure your strap is close by. But when you get to your back, let's go ahead and bend our knees and plant our feet on the floor. We're going to take reclined cow legs. So let's start with our right leg. Just go ahead and cross your right leg on top of your left. So ideally, we'd like to try and stack our knees, but everyone has different shaped legs and different lengths of bones. So when we do this, it could be a little bit awkward at first. So let's pull our knees in and then just put our hands on top of our knees. We're looking for a stretch on the outer hips. So if you feel a stretch there and this is good for you, you can stay right here. You also have the option of grabbing your shins, your ankles, or your big toes. So whatever works best for you, find that position. Let's breathe for a few rounds here. Imagine breathing into that hip space, the outer hips. Good. Nice exhale. Release your hands off the legs and let the feet plant to the floor, slowly uncrossing the legs. Pause here for just a moment. And then let's switch. This time, left leg crosses on top of the right. Slowly pull your knees in. Take the hands to the top of the knees, looking for that stretch in the outer hips here. Check in with your neck. Make sure your chin is not sticking straight up towards the sky. Bring it down so it's more parallel with your knees. Good. Soft exhale. Release the bind you had on your legs. Uncross the legs. Feet are planted to the floor. And let's go ahead and grab that strap. So you can open the strap all the way up. There we go. And let's go ahead and put the sole of our right foot up into the strap. So bend into the right knee. Get that strap on. Sorry, not the sole, the ball of your foot. The ball of your right foot. Arms are extended all the way, so no matter where your hands are on the strap, your arms are extended. So, your knee is bent. This is what we're going to do. Light grip on the strap. I want you to slowly start to straighten your leg and let your hand slide down the strap until you find a comfortable position or angle for you. So we're all going to be at different levels right now. If you're feeling pretty good, you can extend your opposite leg, flexing into that foot, so bringing the toes closer towards your face. That will intensify this posture just a little bit. Good. So we're going to take both ends of the strap into our left hand. Maybe you move the tail end of your strap to the left side. Slowly start to straighten the left leg and then let the lifted leg, your right leg, drop over across your body closer to the floor. So it doesn't have to touch the floor again. We're looking for a stretch in the outer hip. You're hanging onto the straps though, so you don't have to let go and let the foot fall. Right hand can extend, and we're just going to keep our gaze up towards the ceiling. Let your bottom leg relax. Good. On the inhale, let's take that top leg back up towards the sky. Both straps go into each hand. Pull that knee into the chest. Let's press our left foot, the ball of the left foot, into the strap and then release the right foot to the floor. So we're just switching sides. If you need to adjust that foot and that strap, take what you need. Arms are still extended all the way. Knee is bent towards the chest. When you're ready, slowly start to press your foot towards the sky. So you straighten your leg, let your hand slide down the strap until you find your comfort level. If you want to extend the opposite foot and leg, take what you need on this side. It does not have to be the exact same on this side. Do what feels better for you. Take the strap into the right hand. Right leg, slowly extend it toward the end of your mat. And then let the lifted leg fall over the body to the opposite side. So use your strap here. Find that balance. Left arm can extend. We're keeping the gaze towards the sky today. Relax the jaw. Good. Inhale. Left foot comes up. Exhale, pull the knee into the chest. Let's take that strap off the foot and set it off to the side. Both feet plant to the floor. Knees are bent. Let's go right into reclined cobbler's pose or Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of the feet together. Knees can drop to the sides nice and slowly. If you need your blocks underneath your knees, take it under your knees or thighs. For a few rounds of breath. Hands can rest on the belly, the floor. They can be above your head, wherever it feels most at ease. Slowly pull the knees together. Let the feet plant to the floor. You can press your hands into the earth or rock yourself up to any comfortable seated position. Draw your hands to your heart space. Close the eyes for just a moment, soaking in the love and gratitude that you just cultivated. Giving that lower body some love. Flutter the eyes open. Thank yourself for showing up today. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through this practice. Throw this into your daily stretch routine, and I think you will see a difference in your flexibility in your running game. Click to subscribe to my channel if you want more YouTube videos. I'd love to have you here. Let me know if there's anything else you want in the comments, and I will be sure to bring those to you. Mwah! Namaste, yogis and yoginis.